Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're continuing with the tarot theme for the time being and the oracle theme. There's a lot of controversy and questions and confusion really about how do you acquire a tarot deck? How do you look after a tarot deck? What's the best way to look after it, keep it, cleanse it, all that type of thing. In absolute truth, the old way of doing it was you had to be gifted a tarot deck. You should never buy your own tarot. It was deemed bad luck. I've got to say that I don't hold with that, purely because there are so many tarot decks on the market. There are thousands, and your soul, your inner knowing, knows what you'll resonate with. So would you resonate with, like plants or the Celtic wheel or what indigenous peoples? And there are so many decks. There are literally thousands of decks on the market now. So what's your preference? What do you like? You can have the classic Rider-Waite, which I haven't got that deck out here actually, but I do have the Rider-Waite deck. And there are many variations on the Rider-Waite deck now. And the Rider-Waite deck was the first modern tarot deck that hit the market. So one of my go-tos is actually this one. She's the Celtic Tarot. And I love it. And it's got dragons in it. And it follows the Celtic theme. If you've seen my YouTube on this one, this is the Tarot of Dragon by Sean Mackenzie. Again, it reads completely differently to other tarot decks. Artwork is fabulous, and it is finding a deck with artwork that you like, and that's what's absolutely key. But anyway, so what is it that you like? What is your go-to? Now in here, this is a deck I had from years back, and I don't know what happened to it, and my husband managed to find it on eBay. This is the Mythic Tarot, and this is a deck that I used a lot when I first started out. I don't think it's in print now, so I had to get a second-hand copy. And then this is a deck that I've been using forever. Oh, it's upside down. And this is I think it's the Druid Path Tarot. So you can see it's really well battered and well used, and it's not shiny and clean anymore. And I've lost the box for this because there's a question that comes up. Well, what do I keep it in? And so I bought this when I was travelling America a few years ago. And so the decks that I haven't got a box for because I've lost it, like this deck, I actually just pop it in the box and it sits in there with crystals. You can wrap it in a silk cloth if you want to, but both the Mythic deck and the Druidic Path sit in this box and just sit on the shelf in my studio. And all my other decks just live in their boxes. So there doesn't need to be any hard and fast rules. Cleansing your deck's a really good idea on a regular basis. And you can use smudge, you can use white light, you can use crystals. I tend to, when that Mythic deck came to me, I picked it up, took it out of the box, and went, oh my God, that energy's awful. And I had to have a smudge. And me and my husband in the kitchen, trying not to set the smoke alarms off, with some sage, and literally fanning the cards out. He was holding them, I was smudging as he was fanning the cards out, just to bring the energy back to neutral. And I haven't actually used them because they're just sitting in there, just settling into my energy. And there's another thing is, how do you make your cards yours, especially if you buy a second-hand deck? They've been sat there now for probably about 5 months and I haven't used them. And I will get them out at some point, shuffle them and see how they feel. But to make your cards yours is about handling them. So, look at the cards, shuffle them, go through the deck, look at each card and maybe get to know the cards. So what is your first thoughts, first feelings when you look at that card? And have maybe a journal or a notebook beside you and just jot down It's not about being accurate, but it's about you connecting to your cards. And what's your first thoughts about the cards? I like the colours, or it feels like it's this, or I wonder why that's there. Because what you'll find when you start reading the tarot, and I do this, and there's been, especially the Druidic deck that I've been using for years, every now and again I'll see something I've not noticed before. And you think I've been using that deck probably 18 years. It's like, well, how have I missed that? But for whatever reason, it was relevant to that client, that person I was reading for on that day, and it hit my awareness. So just jot down things that you notice in the cards, and if you get any thoughts or feelings around it, and get to know your cards that way. But care for them. It's just keep it simple. It doesn't need to be convoluted, complicated. Mine will live on a shelf in my studio. Most of them are in their boxes, and that's how I look after them. And every now and again, I get them out and give them a smudge. If you're doing a lot of readings, I would suggest that if you can knock the energy off. So I knock the energy off between each reading. I just sort of shuffle the cards, bang them on the table, then hand them to the next person I'm reading for. But at the end of the day, if you're doing a lot of readings, give them a good smudge or something like that. You can energise them. You can treat them like your crystals too. You can energise them in the sunlight or the moonlight. You can cleanse them in the sunlight, the moonlight. It's whatever's your preference. I think that's it from me for now. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.